Welcome to the interview. Today we have Rosie the Riveter here with us. Rosie, I heard you've been reading this novel called The Great Gatsby by F.Scott Fitzgerald. What made you so interested in this book?
The Great Gatsby is widely celebrated for its exploration of the American dream, but what really attached me to this novel was its incorporation of gender roles during that time period, the 1920s. The Great Gatsby, set in the summer of 1922, rejects what many would believe as an improved situation for gender equality. In 1920, the 19th Amendment was made to the United States Constitution, stating that the right to vote would not be denied due to gender. This came as a result of many years of suffrage movement, resulting in the jailing of many suffragettes.
Before we continue, could you tell us what feminism is?
Definitely. Many people mistake feminism as an argument that one gender is superior over the other, when in fact, feminism is the belief that both genders are equal and deserve equal opportunities. Therefore, when we discuss feminism, it is important that we explore both the roles of men and women.
How did Fitzgerald explore this concept?
Fitzgerald portrayed the role of women through three characters: Daisy, Jordan, and Myrtle. Unfortunately, none of these characters are given significant personalities or complex identities. Daisy is careless, shallow, indecisive, and materialistic. Even her voice is described as the sound of money.
According to Nick, Daisy was careless. In fact, she was careless enough to be next to Gatsby and not be capable of foreseeing the conflict between Gatsby and Tom. Believing that girls should be fools, Daisy becomes a fool herself. She chooses Tom over Gatsby after all Gatsby has given her. Before the marriage of Tom and Daisy, the drunk Daisy wanted to stop the wedding. She was being indecisive, however, it must be kept in mind that women had no freedom of choice in the first place. This quote proves that Daisy represents the American dream, which is to be wealthy.
Jordan is constantly referred to as harsh, cynical, and incurably dishonest. Despite her success as a professional golfer, Jordan is still reduced to inferior when Nick makes the decision to leave her.
Jordan expects others to be careful while she can be careless. Jordan knows that Tom is having an affair and she doesn't tell Daisy. Because of Jordan's dishonesty, she avoids clever men. However, Nick does not mind that part of her. It is believed that dishonesty in a woman is a thing that you never blame.
Myrtle is unfaithful and highly dependent on Tom. She interprets his abusiveness and his desire for power as masculinity.
Myrtle is unfaithful to her husband and she has an affair with Tom. Both Myrtle and Tom lack morals. Tom continuously gives Myrtle unnecessary gifts to woo her. Myrtle, a woman from the lower class, can't help but depend on a wealthy man. How did Fitzgerald explore the nature of woman? What do you think Fitzgerald's message about gender was?
In the 1920s, men were considered to have a dominant role over women. Due to the inequality between genders, women were seen as inferior. Even the character flaws of Daisy, Jordan, and Myrtle were excused due to their identity as women. When Daisy murders Myrtle, Gatsby immediately decided to take the blame. This shows that no matter how grave the mistake is, women never had to handle the situation and consequences themselves.
What behaviors of men and women were expected from the society?
The public anticipated men and women to act according to their gender roles, even if it meant hiding their true identities. As I stated before, men were expected to be dominant over women. Not only that, they are expected to be independent and assertive. Due to these overwhelming characteristics, women are expected to be submissive and secondary to their spouses. Women were like trophies that symbolized achievement. Of course, it was expected that women would not oppose men and their superiority. Instead, women were supposed to be emotionally dramatic and dependent. When it came to marriage, women were supposed to be devoted to their husbands and play the proper and traditional role as a trophy wife.
That's all the time we got, folks. See you next time.